Hi everyone, thank you for joining me today. We're going to be making this really clean and simple card with a leaf detail, and this is using a new die set from Spellbinders, which is Leaves So Very Gorgeous, designed by Stephanie Lowe. Right, let's get crafting. I want to show you today a really nice speedy card using this die set, which is called Leaves So Very Gorgeous. And it's designed by Stephanie Lowe for Spellbinders, and it comes from the Good Vibes Only collection. It's a really nice die set. As you can see, it consists of two designs of leaves, and you've got the inner leaf with the outer design, but that inner leaf has a cutting edge all the way around. So I'm going to do a card project actually just using this one here, but the technique I'm using you could use for both designs of dies here. So what I've done, this is something I do quite often. If I can't find a stamp for this exact sentiment I want, I often type it and then I just print it out with my printer. Now, I know lots of people do this, and I've had discussions in the past about the best sort of printers. Personally, I like printers where the paper feeds from the top. I just find that it takes thicker card very easily. So I decided to look for a quote that I liked and it would work with leaves. And this quote says, "Anyone can love a rose, but it takes a great deal to love a leaf." And I just thought that was very, very sweet. So I've gone ahead and printed that. Now, I'm a big fan of using my matting basics. So this is one of my 5x7 matting basics. So I want to position this, and I'm going to use two dies at the same time. So this is the outer die from the Leaves So Very Gorgeous, and then I'm just going to position roughly where I want this, because I want to create an aperture, and I'll be running these through the machine together. So you might want to put down a little bit of washi tape or some removable tape, just so that it doesn't shift while it's actually going through your platinum machine. So here you can see the one, now it's just been die cut through, and I've created that complete aperture from that die, and it's quite a sizable leaf and it's really nice. So that's just come out of there. Okay, now I want to use the inner die here to die cut. I'm just going to use a small piece of card, and I'm going to run that through my machine. So there's that leaf die cut, and it's got very pretty design. Perfect if you wanted to paper pierce. I've just kept it white. My card's going to be a very clean and simple card. Now, again, using one of my matting basics, the 5x7, I've cut a slightly smaller one. And this I just want to colour with some distress inks, or you could use watercolours, just with a couple of different greens. So I'll go with a darker sort of green to start with. This one's called Mode Long. And this is going to go behind that aperture, so you haven't got to colour it all. You can obviously lay this over just so that you get an idea of how much you need to do. It's just to create a nice sort of foliage background. I'm going to add a little bit more of a jade colour, and this is the Evergreen Bough, just to give a sort of mottled look. Go. So I get, again, I get an idea of how it's going to look. I'm just going to position my card there. Okay, I think I just want a tiny little bit more darker green. It's coming in here. So then we're actually going to start to build the card. So I have my card blank. Again, a white matte. I think multiple mattes make a card look very stylish and clean. So just applying my adhesive onto our card front. Just align. Make sure that's firmly down. Then we're going to be putting our coloured our inked mat here. You may see I put a little cross here. Often when I'm doing demos, I have to remember to take the right piece of card. So I put a little cross and just a little reminder that this is the piece that I'm inking. Otherwise, before I know it, I've die cut the piece that I really needed for something else. Okay, now I do want this to be raised up a little bit, so I'm going to put some crafty foam tape on the back. You could use your foam squares, whatever you prefer. Let's add some little bits in. And obviously all of this is hidden from the front, so remove the backing, which is nice and easy to remove. We're going to overlay that, and because you've made sure that piece that you've distress inked there was a smaller matting card, you're not going to see any of that appear through here. So you've got your background, and then we want to inlay our flower. Okay, so we're going to then just add a little bit of glue, and this is actually going to go flat inside that aperture that you've created, and the subtle green is just going to come through. So if you wanted to, you could add extra little pieces of foliage, but to be honest, I really like the simplicity of this, and the die does all the talking for you. So again, this die is a 2-piece die set, and it's called Leaves So Very Gorgeous, and it's designed by Stephanie Lowe for Spellbinders. I just think it's a very beautiful die set. Thank you for joining me today with my crafting session, and please make sure you stop by again soon. Thanks, bye.